Hey, this is Daniel Norton. I'm here at my studio in New York City shooting Marissa for Adorama. And my friend Demi came by. She's a hairstylist, and we had kind of talked about doing something fun with hair. So she did this kind of 70s style hair, and we decided to do kind of a bit of kind of throwback fashion shoot in a sense with it. So I wanted to keep it really simple, just using the simple white wall in my studio and an apple box. And I had these, they're actually LED lights, but they look like fluorescent tubes. I've had them for a while. And they're kind of cool. I've used them for some filmmaking stuff, but I always thought it'd be cool to incorporate them in a shot. So this was the opportunity to play around a bit. So we decided to have Marissa holding them and using them in various ways. Now, I'm mostly lighting the shot with a Profoto head inside of a softbox above, kind of giving a nice even light across Marissa. I'm hitting her as well with another Profoto head that's just a bare reflector to give some punchiness to the light. And then I started off with removing all the light in the space, right, using my shutter speed. And then little by little, I dropped my shutter speed down to incorporate the light from the fluorescent / LED tubes. So we messed around a bit with like some camera shake where I actually shook the camera as I was shooting to give kind of a blur. That was a technique people used to use to soften skin back when they hadn't be able to Photoshop everything. You know, you do a bit of a longer exposure, a little bit of a shake, kind of blurs the skin a little bit, takes care of any imperfections. So we played around with that technique a little bit as a throwback. We also had Marissa kind of moving around and showing some motion and blur with the LED tubes, and just holding them in various ways, lighting her face. Now, they're mostly acting as a fill light, so even when she's holding them up and it looks very horror movie coming from underneath, it's not that much lighting in her face really, and I'm controlling it with my shutter speed. I went anywhere from 200th of a second to eliminate all the light, all the way down to 1/4 of a second at certain points to get more blur going on with the shot. Now, there is the fact that these tubes, these LED tubes, are actually tungsten based, so they're a little bit of a different color temperature than my flash, but I thought they looked kind of nice against the skin tone, so it didn't bother me. I didn't bother to gel anything. I just stayed everything on flash white balance, and wherever the tubes are too close to her or whatever, you're gonna get some kind of a warm glow, but I actually thought that kind of worked for the shot. When you want to work with a certain concept, sometimes it's fun to incorporate styles from that concept. So we started off with kind of a 70s hairstyle, and then we kind of evolved that into maybe using lighting that they might have actually used back then, and some techniques like shaking the camera. And then we just got a little funky with it. At one point we had Marissa wearing some glasses that Demi had, and we had tried a different jacket on, playing around to get different looks. Sometimes it's fun just to kind of experiment to see what you're gonna get, and I think we got a lot of fun shots here. So I'm gonna put a bunch of the shots that you're not seeing in the video on my Facebook, so you can check those out. You can see them in full size. I get asked for that a lot. So Daniel Norton Photographer on Facebook, you can see those pictures. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV, and I'll see you next time on set.